Hello and welcome to this episode of Dollars and Cents. I'm Laura Painter. We are looking at the fastest growing cities in California, and 4 of them are right here in Northern California. Topping the list is Lathrop. I talked with local experts who've witnessed some rapid changes firsthand, and they explain what growth means for your community.
We have watched the growth, and it is unbelievable.
Realtor Susan Vallejo moved to Lathrop with her husband and kids from the Bay Area 9 years ago.
You could not get this lifestyle, say in the Bay Area, for the price that you're paying here.
Lathrop topped the list of 10 fastest growing cities in California with populations over 30,000 people. That's according to a new report from the state's Department of Finance. The report also shows home production plays a large part in that growth. Experts say one of the things that makes moving to a growing community like Lathrop so appealing is affordability. I talked with several people who just moved here from the Bay Area who say they love the fact that you can get a brand new 2-story home with a yard within the $500,000 range.
I would tell people if they're looking at Lathrop, you have to see Lathrop from off the freeway. You have to get on the surface streets and drive around.
Stephen Salvatore, Lathrop city manager, has been with the city for the past 17 years. He says pivoting from development to infrastructure during the Great Recession and then focusing heavily on industry and bringing manufacturing back to the region helped pave the way for Lathrop's growth.
We're working on projects that are 15 or 20 years away for us. And the reason why we're doing that is because it gives us the ability in the future to avoid higher costs at that time.
Big names like Tesla, Wayfair, and In-N-Out are just some of the companies with large hubs in Lathrop. Coming soon, Macy's and Bloomingdale's. Salvatore says Lathrop's advantage in attracting business is their ability to cut through the red tape.
Tesla has expanded from 400,000 square feet. They're over 3 million square feet here in Lathrop now. The reason they are is because we move very quickly, and we move at their pace, and we provide them what they need in order to do their expansion projects.
Salvatore also says Lathrop is not only the 5th fastest growing city in the country, but also the 10th most fiscally healthy city out of 470 cities in California. Is the city ready for rapid growth?
We've been ready for a long time.
But that hasn't come without some growing pains.
The hard part for residents moving into a brand new city is what comes first, development or the businesses. We have seen the struggle there, trying to get the retail industry into the market here, but it's starting to pick up now. You know, we're starting to get a lot of interest.
For longtime residents like Vallejo, investing in a growing community is paying off, and the future feels bright.
When we moved here, I think we bought a 2,800 square foot house for $486,000. That same house, which is actually just right up the road, would probably go for well over $800,000 at this point.
And like I mentioned, Lathrop isn't alone. In fact, 3 other cities in the region also made the state finance department's top 10 fastest growing cities. Folsom, Manteca, and Yuba City also made the list. So let's head to Folsom, which is number 3. There, I talked with city leaders about how they balance preserving Folsom's history while also embracing modern changes.
We have a lot of people that are moving here for the quality of life.
Folsom ranks number 3 in the list of 10 fastest growing cities in California with populations over 30,000 people. That's according to a new report from the State Department of Finance.
Folsom's becoming a healthcare hub. We have 4 of the major healthcare providers that have bought land for campuses. That's Kaiser, Sutter, UC Davis, and Dignity.
Folsom is full of history, harkening back to its gold rush foundings. But city leaders tell me one of the challenges of growth these days is balancing Folsom's cherished past with demands for a modern future.
I don't get many people calling me and saying, hey, can you make Folsom bigger and more dense and more crowded?
The mayor says remote work, as well as an increase in tech companies like Samsung and Intel, have played roles in more people choosing to make Folsom their home.
I think we're reaching a point where Folsom needs to be the size that it is. And I think we live within the boundaries that we have going forward.
The mayor says housing growth came in spurts over the decades. Most recently, the Folsom Plan area across Highway 50 and to the south.
There's 3,600 acres that's situated south of Highway 50. That's now where most of the homes are being built. but it also has a commercial district. There'll be a town center down there.
The city says Folsom has a stable financial status, a high credit rating, and reserves in its rainy day fund. But fiscal projections reveal increased challenges. The city says they have taken steps to keep costs down, including reducing benefits to new city hires and reining in city staff and retiree pension costs. In November, voters will decide on a special tax to fund city services and other critical needs. Ballot Measure G, titled the Folsom Residents Public Safety and Quality of Life Act, seeks to increase the sales tax rate in the city by 1%.
Folsom is working on becoming more of a destination also, so we had an asset study and we're working on what kind of amenities could Folsom have that would put us as a place for visitors to come beyond what we presently have. And I think our attraction of our startup companies and being able to attract high-tech employees is becoming a bigger opportunity for us.
Moving on to the city, at the fourth spot on the list, Manteca. I recently visited the city and talked with Manteca's mayor, Gary Singh, and other city leaders about their city's growth.
I've grown up here, went to school here.
And now Manteca Mayor Gary Singh is raising his family here.
I've also seen the transition in this town to turn into a city and to shape what we're doing right now.
Manteca ranks number 4 in the list of 10 fastest growing cities in California, with populations over 30,000 people. That's according to a new report from the state's Department of Finance. To have a city that is growing, and you mentioned going from a town to a city. Can you describe for our viewers what Manteca is going through right now?
Yeah, so one of the things, of course, our location is key. We are very centrally located when it comes to the valley.
That's why I met with city leaders in a part of Manteca designed to be an entertainment hub.
With the population growth coming in Manteca, Lathrop, Tracy, all in San Joaquin County, even in Stockton, residents want something to do. And we want to be able to be the city that provides that.
We're here in what Manteca calls its family entertainment zone. Places like Big League Dreams and Great Wolf Lodge are a part of the city's plan to increase recreation and family-friendly amenities, not just for the people who live here, but also to attract dollars from around the region. The report also shows home production plays a large part in that growth.
With Bay Area prices skyrocketing, the alternative to come in and potentially have a new home with you and your family is certainly the Central Valley's wheelhouse.
And along with that, city leaders say, comes more shops and restaurants, which you see under construction on this corner lot between Highway 120 and residential neighborhoods.
With all the new homes that are coming in, all of the businesses that are already here are actually doing way better.
Which means more customers. The Manteca Chamber of Commerce helps businesses in the city grow by increasing exposure through things like social media and ribbon cuttings. Beatty tells me the chamber has noticed an increase in vendors and people attending new business opening events. She encourages shopping local.
The tax revenue comes back to the city, so it's going to help everybody that lives here.
Meaning better roads, schools, and amenities. Beatty has lived in Manteca about 4 decades and was a small business owner for more than half that time.
I try to educate and help the businesses as much as possible when they're starting out, because a lot of them do not know what to expect.
Now to the final city, both for this episode and the list, Yuba City in Sutter County. I talked with the city leaders about how affordability and home production is playing a large part in their growth.
I moved to Yuba City about 3 years ago, and it's a great place to be. It's a place I bought my first home.
Affordability and home production are playing a large part in one Sutter County city. Yuba City ranks number 10 on the list of 10 fastest growing cities in California, with populations over 30,000 people. That's according to a new report from the State Department of Finance.
There's interest in this area because of the growth and because the community is really looking, for more amenities like this.
Big brands like this new Raising Cane's are part of new construction easily seen around Yuba City, emerging alongside popular older parts of town. We're here on Plumas Street, part of Yuba City's historic downtown. Leaders tell me part of the city's appeal is its small town feel with big city amenities.
Every new development brings new tax dollars, which is important for a jurisdiction. And then also all of these new developments, a lot of people don't know, but they pay what are called impact fees. So Raising Cane's is paying for the impact that they're having on our roads, on our schools, on our library, a variety of things that really benefits the community as a whole.
To help companies when they come to town, Potocznik says the city launched the You Can with Yuba City initiative in 2023.
The You Can initiative provides a single point of contact, someone they can talk to get answers to their questions, and it also helps connect local businesses with these bigger national businesses that are coming in.
I went to City Hall and sat down with the mayor, who says the city has a plan for measured and thoughtful growth.
We definitely always want to be more efficient. We want to be accommodating to folks, and we're moving on into the next decades of this century. But we want to provide a lot of housing opportunities to where people can actually realize home ownership.
City Manager Diana Langley has worked for the city since 1996. She says the town has grown over the years in area and population through annexations.
The majority of our growth, not only do we have infill development within like this area, but we also have additional growth going to the west out here and then to the south down here.
Langley says they're seeing more residential development from national and local home builders. That brings along commercial and office development with it.
One thing that we would like to see more development of is the industrial and manufacturing. We are the home of SunSuite. We're very proud to be the home of SunSuite, and that just reflects our agricultural roots.
With growth comes traffic concerns. The city says with the new development, they're also building new roads. You can watch new Dollars and Cents Stories every Wednesday at 5 p.m. on ABC 10. And remember, we have more features just like this one on the ABC 10 Plus app. That's where you can also find the latest newscasts and headlines and stay up to date on weather conditions. Thanks again so much for watching. I'm Laura Painter. See you next time.